Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back. Quarantine day 1 here. Got a lot of stuff to do on the cars and I have a lot of free time right now, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. Also real quick, just hit 250 subs on the page, so thank you again for that. I will be getting the next giveaway up here soon, probably today, but right now we're actually going to start working on the Miata. So today we're finally going to be starting the wire tuck on this thing. Been wanting to do this for a really long time. I've never done it before, so see how it goes. Should be pretty simple. I think I'm just going to start with the driver's side for now, see how that goes. Maybe we'll get to this side today, I'm not sure. But just going to show you a couple things that I'm going to be using to do this real quick. First off, we have the heat shrink wire wrap. That'll kind of go over the wires after I solder them and make it look clean and protect them as well. I have the actual wiring, a bunch of different gauges and sizes and all that. I have the soldering iron, the wire that I need, also the tinning flux that I can paint on, which will help the solder stick to the wire. I have a couple little random things that I already used and opened. I have some zip ties to hold all the wires together if I need to tuck them or anything. I'll probably wrap it in electrical tape as well when I'm done to hold it, and then a blade to open stuff up. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is take this wheel off. I actually want to take the fender lining out as well and then unplug everything and start feeding it through. After that I'll see what I need to extend and go from there. And also, I did pick up another set of wheels for this. If you don't follow me on social media, you probably haven't seen them yet. Super hype on them. They're actually discontinued and they're pretty rare. They're on the car right now, but I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the video to show you guys. I'll probably pull it outside and actually wash it today, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so I just got all the clips out. I think there was one 10mm bolt also holding it in place, but got everything out. Should have enough room here now to run all the wires up through here. And then there is a hole right here where the headlight is, so I should be able to run everything through there. Like I said, I do need to wash the car. It's super filthy under here, but we'll get to that. Now would also probably be a good time to tighten the bolts on the sway bar, but I'll do all that today. For now, I'm gonna pop the hood and start seeing what I need to unplug. Let's see where this goes. Alright, so already the engine bay looks pretty clean for the most part. What I'm going to be doing is unplugging a lot of this stuff and running it on the other side of the fender. Basically, I'm going to utilize this hole right here to take this harness and run it through. There is a big hole right here, like I said, that I can run everything through the fender. Basically, I'll just have to extend a couple wires and then it'll look pretty clean. There's also a couple little holes right here that I can use for zip ties and stuff so that the wiring doesn't rub in the wheel well at all. So I guess I'm just gonna start unplugging stuff and seeing if I can feed it through there. Alright, so I just got everything unplugged on this side. I've kind of cut off some of the electrical tape and everything to kind of pull stuff apart and see where it goes. So far it seems like it should be pretty easy to do. The only thing that's going to give me a problem is this wiring that runs down to the fog light, and it goes to this light basically, but I think I'm just going to cut it off underneath here. And then once I pull it through, I can tuck it and then just plug it in right there. I'll have to solder it under here, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. Other than that, I have to tuck all of this through this hole. I'm just gonna keep working on it and see how it goes. I should also mention that I did disconnect the battery before doing any of this, just to be safe. Definitely don't want to be cutting into wires with power going to any of them, so definitely do that before you even start. Right now, I pretty much have everything through. I'm just going to cut these wires down below and then pull this up and start going through there. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours since I started this. I had a really hard time getting this, I think it's a ground relay or something off. It was basically directly under the headlight. What I did was drill up from the bottom the bolt that was holding it on, and it kind of just drilled the bolt out through the bracket, and I was able to pull it out. Should be salvageable. I'll just have to put a bolt back through it underneath, but now I got everything disconnected from this side. What I need to do is figure out what I want to run through, cut it off, run it, bring it back through, see what I need to extend, and go from there. But it should be pretty clean when it's done. Definitely looks like a mess right now, but as long as I take my time and do everything separately, it should turn out all right. I'm also gonna tape a couple of these wires together that go together just so they don't get mixed up, because the blacks are obviously the same, before I try to run them through. And really I want to take off as much tape as I can, just so it's easier to see everything and pull it apart, and then I'll be able to do each part one by one. And I think that's how I'm going to do the whole thing, is I'll just cut one off, extend it, plug it in, and then do the next one, and all the wires should fit through there. Alright, so I got most of the wires ran through. Kind of a mess right now, but it's looking pretty good. This is actually the fan wire. It pretty much reaches, but I'll probably extend it so I can run it below and through everything. I'll probably end up leaving this box right here when I'm all done, and then these wires right here go to this little part that I can't fit through yet. I need to mark all these wires because they're all black before I cut those and run it through. Other than that, most of that should tuck in. Now I'm just gonna see which ones need to go where and how far they need to go and start cutting and extending them. I do have these relays hooked back up. These will probably just be bolted up in here somewhere, zip tied, and then once we put the fender liner back in, they'll be safe and you won't see them. So now I'm just going to start cutting a couple things and extending them and go from there. Alright, so the first wire I'm going to do is this fan switch. Basically just hooked it up and put it back where it was. I already cut it, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to add the wires onto here, and then I'm going to tuck it, bring it down to these wires, see exactly how long I need it, and then solder those, wrap it all up good, and that one will be good to go. From there I just have to do that pretty much to everything else, and then wrap it, tuck it nicely, and it should be good. Definitely going to be a long process, but just got to take your time and do it right. Eventually I do want to tuck the hood release cable as well. I'm not going to mess with that today though, because I'll have to take off all this bumper and everything, but eventually I'll do that too. Just got these wires all done, got the heat shrink on there. I'll probably tape these together. Everything's gonna be super solid when I'm done, but I'm gonna run these through here now, tuck it under the light, and then I'm gonna bring it out and solder it to this. Everything's gonna be tucked up nicely. It's definitely looking pretty good though. My dad decided to stop by and help me for a little bit, just so I can film some stuff, but it's looking pretty good.
Make sure these two ain't tangled up in nothing, okay?
Yes,
I'm gonna do
it's
the
all
black one
tangled,
first.
that's for sure.
You got a light on the camera? Or you watch me do it? Okay.
He's definitely the wiring master. Pretty much everything that I know is just based off watching him in the past when I did the right-hand drive conversion and stuff like that, but it's pretty simple. Just gotta take your time. He's actually using a torch to melt the solder on there. It's quicker.
Oops.
Just don't start my car on fire.
I'm not gonna say you got on fire. I can see better on top here. Okay, getting where I want it.
It's also really hard to do this in a tight space.
Okay. Alright. There we go. Now, there. Stubby thing off.
It's going to be more beneficial for me just to watch him so I know exactly what to do in the future. Just like that. One down, 30 to go.
feet up in there, but
Yes, looks good.
okay.
This is the fan wire. Got it running way behind the headlight there. You'll never see it. Besides right here. Going pretty smooth so far. And this one still, gotta extend this as well. These both go to the headlight. This will just be cut off and this will be on there like that. And we'll just put that up in there. After that, should be pretty good. I also deep cleaned this engine bay pretty well while he was working on that. Looking pretty clean. Definitely want to do this side here soon. There's not a whole lot you can tuck besides some of these wires. I'll have to take all this out, but I probably won't end up messing with a lot of this stuff.
So the length, the whole length.
Yeah, so that's going to be the plug-in that goes to the headlight right here, and then we'll run it through.
Okay, I'm in the right place here.
Just marking the color of the wires with a paint marker so we can remember which ones go where.
Now, wait.
Now we're going to do some bigger heat wrap over the entire thing. That way it's super clean once we plug it in.
Go through the hole.
Yeah, now that we plug this in, so that's the first headlight one. It's running through the bracket all the way underneath. You really can't see it whatsoever unless you're really in there looking for it. Alright, just got everything done. Everything's ran pretty good up through here. Got this ground bolted back down. Got these relays tucked up in there. Got it zip tied from the up here. Now I just need to throw the fender liner back on and pretty much be done. Alright, look at that. No wires showing, nothing. Looks just like before we started. Besides, I can't bolt this little part back up because of one of the things that are in the way, but should be fine. I'm gonna throw this wheel back on here and then I'm gonna try to pull it outside so I can show you guys the wheels. Ugh. My body hurts from all this. I guess the main thing to look out for is to see if the lights actually work. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Everything looks good. Turn signal. Hell yeah. I'm gonna throw these neons on. All right, here she is. These are the new wheels. These are 16 by 8 CCWs. These are the LM5s. These are actually discontinued and pretty rare. They are a staggered setup, so it actually fits really well with the car. I do want to go to a meatier tire eventually, kind of fill out that gap, but it actually rides pretty good. Really wanted to wash this thing today, but I'll probably just pull it out in the morning. I actually spent like 4 hours polishing these things the other day. They were pretty grimy when I got them, but I think they go really well with the car. I do eventually want to do air with the car also, but I might lower it a little bit in the meantime. Alright guys, 10 hours later, finally got this done. I'm tired, so I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe for more. Also, go check out the Instagram right here. I just posted the next giveaway. Go enter to win that. See you guys next time.